And welcome back. This is Kotal for another weekend of War Rights. It is Friday, the 10th of November. Starting out with our United European Community events, this is the first map. And it is Cooke's Countercharge. We got a server pop of 263, 135 on the CSA, 128 on the Union team. And a quick admin note. The devs have put out an update since last week. So now, as you can see, all the units can have their officers again. So I am very happy to see that. But let's take a look at these units. We have on the CSA team AGL, a combined 1st Mass and 20th Georgia, 56 Virginia, 8th Florida, a 22nd VA for GC, 3rd Alabama, and LFL. Let's take a look at the Union team. Do they have any Artie? They do. They have on Artie. It is SB, the Corporal Leo. Cleo, I like to call him. Now let's take a look at the Union Infantry team. They have 51st New York. They have A&V with some HD guys joining in. You have the 20th New York from the GC. We've got 6th New York, 39th New York, 2 Corps, and last not least, it is 52nd New York. And it is their birthday as a unit. So, happy birthday to you all. Congratulations. It is not easy to keep a unit going in this community, but they managed to do it well. So, congrats to them, and hope to see a good performance today by them. We are live at 40, so let's see what each team decides they want to do. It is a Union defense, and it is not an easy defense to do. And we are now at 136, 132, so the sides have evened up, and we now have a count of just below 270. We are live. Let's see what they do. See, the officers have now gone back to their units, and they are going to start moving out here. And just let the units uncoil, as it were, and get set up in their initial positions, and we'll take a look at how the Union sets up their defensive line and where CSA decides they want to weight their attack for this initial start. Alright, so we do have the Artie getting pulled back with 2 guns. Here on this hill we got the Birthday Boys, 52nd, under Mr. Frank. Here we got Colonel Weber, also on the hill. The 39th New York has pushed forward. It is under Neil Nilly, I believe. If I screwed that up, I apologize. He's kind of in an advanced position. Now in the center, on this fence, we got a couple of units here. We got Parker's, 6th New York, and then we also have the A&V team. I'm sorry, not the A&V team, the SB team under Major Venom. Already screwing up units. Oh, Lord. They do have a center reserve here. 2 Corps, and on this far right side, here's the A&V element under Killer, and he's already pushing up. So the CSA has moved into, it looks like 3 streams, or possibly 2. Kind of spread the field as they are moving forward, and we got LFL here under Mr. Famas, already taking some fire in the center. We got a flanking attack here. Mr. John Wilkes Booth here trying to get and catch A&V. He's joined. They got a secondary attack going on here by 3rd Alabama. He's trying to catch. Ooh, good volley there by those guys trying to catch A&V. The additional pressure here. by the 20th Georgia. Scan out. We also have a flank attack on this far side here. Let's take a look at this element here. You got the 22nd VA, and then you got Fritz leading the 8th Florida. So Jack Stone is commanding the 22 VA. They've squared up along this fence here. And they've kind of cut off 39th here. Well, they're still kind of hanging out in this bush, getting a couple shots in. Well, they got another Jeff Davis battery here is trying to finish them off. Let's take a look at this right side. We might have some action developing here. Yeah, A&V's getting squeezed pretty hard. They're facing a lot of units by themselves. CSA put a lot of weight onto this their left side here, and A&V is going to have to fall back. That was a lot of forces that came and hit them. It's like Slaughter from the 56 also hit them as well. So the CSA has secured early on this left flank here. Looks like we do have somebody trying to intercept here. It is Lieutenant Edgar from 2 Corps.
Fences. West on the fences.
And they are going to fall back a little bit. Yep, so 39th had to pull back, and the CSA has secured this fence. And now they are putting more troops into the center here. Here comes, is in charge of AGL. It is First Sergeant Truslow. This is the first time I've seen him command, so see how he does. Got a aggressive line looking right at him, but he's trying to use the cover as best he can. But the Union sees an opportunity. Parker, he wants blood. Here he comes, trying to knock out AGL. And a quick attack in and out by Parker. Nice little attack there by his guys. But on this far left side now we have CSA starting to exploit. They've pushed forward now. And that is going to turn this flank here fairly soon. You got 20th and 1st Mass here taking care of what's left of A and B. Now we got 3rd Alabama. Has a good opportunity to flank. But he's not going straight for it. Here comes, okay, A&V is starting to get its men back together over here. Killer's getting his guys to another defensive position to try to slow down the CSA team. Williamson's looking for that flank. Let's see where he goes. Yeah, he's got them in the back now. But it looks like Venom has reacted. Good awareness by him. Gonna have to deal with this problem in his back. Williamson's gonna make him pay for it. And he's gonna pull back. He knows he can't win that fight. So, even though Venom has succeeded in retaking this position, he had to pay for it. Williamson's gonna get back to friendly lines here. So good maneuver there by SB, but also Williamson knew when to get out, not fight a battle he couldn't win. Just drawing out those tickets. Looks like we got a pretty stable fight going on this right flank. You can see now that center has hollowed out quite a bit. You have one unit here in the center. It is LFL. 2 Corps is now having to redeploy off of it. So that center position, which was kind of centerpiece, God almighty, it's kind of collapsed a bit, and now the fighting is on the flanks, which is what the CSA appears to have wanted. We got another attack going out. This time it's 20th Georgia. He's in a bit of a sandwich if he's not careful, but he might not see this element here.
Wait for it.
It is Mr. Parker. He's got an opportunity here if he can find the angle on him. Do what you saw him do it just a few minutes ago with that sharp attack. He's actually got support here by Venom. They might be able to overwhelm this element here. John Wilkes isn't going to wait for him, though. He's going to try to attack him. But that's, he had 2 units that kind of came up there, and they are quickly overwhelmed. And not wasting an opportunity here. We got A and V is Killers starting to move up a bit as well. So this Union right side has stabilized quite a bit. And you got Slaughter falling back here to support Williamson a bit. So it's not like the left side has fallen for the CSA, but the Union has stabilized the line. The right side has kind of thinned out here. We got 1 CSA unit out here. It is Jack Stone. He is squaring off against the Birthday Boys. Let's see what Captain Frank can do. About an even fight here between these 2 units. About an even exchange right now. And they're going to need a little bit of help to wipe them out. Got Colonel Weber back here who might be able to support along with 2 Corps, but... And now you see the line has stabilized. Williamson is coming up here to try to knock back A and V. And Alabama will win that fight, but he's going to get out of there because you got this looking at you.
Aim in front of the red flag.
Now, you don't want to face that volley head on there from Mr. Benham and his boys. Or his people, I should say. All right, so it looks like Jack Stone has won that fight, and he has pushed back 52nd. And he is going to make a charge to try to get and knock out the Union Arty before the Union can react. But Cleo did not see him. Oh. 52nd. And his battle buddies from the 20th want revenge against Mr. Jack Stone. And they are going to chase him off. So it was a good little raid there. You've taken off several units, but yeah, they made you pay for it. All right, let's see how the field is looking now. All right, so that little raid done. CSA really doesn't have a lot weighted now on that right side. They do have a couple units in the center. Fritz here with 8th Florida is going to try to move up a bit off of the base of fire here provided by AGL. But the rest of the team is all weighted here on this left side. Also got some center fire here by Colonel Famas. This appears to be the where the CSA wants to weight their efforts. They're doing decent on tickets, a little bit ahead of the Union. Positionally, the Union still holds this hill, which is pretty crucial. Although I say that, and Fritz has said, no, they don't control the hill. I control the hill. What are you talking about, Kotel? I own this hill. So he is pushed up aggressively now. He is the only unit on this side, though. There's a lot of Union here on this other side. He may be vulnerable to get isolated here if he's not careful. Or if these other units take the opportunity to push up. Maybe try to take this element here. But that's Venom. Oof, that's a hard nut to crack, too. So, yeah, as you can see, Fritz had to pull his men back. He didn't waste them getting all killed for nothing. So he did a little bit of raid. He was able to push the Union back a little bit. They are engaged, but Union still control the reverse side of this hill. And this side of the battlefield, although Venomous had to redeploy his guys. A&V has taken up a defensive position here on this far fence, shooting down this road. Not a bad idea. So There's no shooting to spawn with the rules, but you can still catch isolated units on this side, so not a bad position to post up at and to guard. Say the Union defense has been pushed back on, especially on this side, but still maintains the rest of the field in decent position time-wise and ticket-wise. And get some initial movement here.
Des alliés.
Looks like we got some movement by the CSA.
Yeah, I see the smoke. Yeah, there they are. Right wing.
Right wing.
Right wheel. Right wheel.
Got Venom readjusting his angle of fire.
Get double clicking on
See how many flags just went down in that volley. You have an arty piece back here that can support. So now it looks like we got some transfers going from that other side. Now the CSA is going to try to poke on this right side. Transferred Williamson over here to join Fritz. We've also got Jack Stone also on this side now. And AGL as well, so. And now gotten a pretty strong fist here, and up the hill they go. It will win that initial fight, but there is a flanking force out here. 2 corps. Under Lieutenant Edgar's in a good position to flank him. They're getting their reloads at the moment, so they're a little bit out of source, and that's going to give the opportunity for the CSA to move out. Williamson's going to take this opportunity. He's going out this flank here. Where's he going? Is he surrounding 2 corps, or is he heading to the far flank? Not sure what he's going to choose to do. Okay, so he's going to bypass this element here. He's going to leave that to his buddies on the hill. And he is going to trust they can get the job done, and he's going to take the far right flank. 2 corps is going to charge, so we'll try to retake the hill, re-establish the line here. But Fritz is waiting for him. He's got friends. Marius is with him. Guess Williamson made the right call there. But he's going to get hit. By who? By Mr. Parker.
Hit him from the side.
Got kind of a Betty Hill thing going on right now. Going around in circles. Alright, so 3rd Alabama got the better of that one and was able to weather that charge by the 6th New York and is still in control of that far right side. Meanwhile, now this hill has been taken. We've only got one Union element out here. 39th is now isolated. They got a skirmish line out here, but they might have to pull out quickly or they're going to get overwhelmed. Good luck, guys. Alright, so another successful attack by the CSA, but the Union has not allowed themselves to become unhinged. They have collapsed in towards the point in a nice, strong defensive position here. Very strong interior lines here in this, essentially a bow shape. The arty piece here as the centerpiece of the defense. And this Union is going to have to cross open terrain to hit them, except, you know, they might be able to use this as a bit of an angle to conceal. Frank and the birthday boys here are gonna make sure that that doesn't happen, and the third AL is stuck there.
Gab's nicht? Hab ich's nicht verschluckt? Sorry. Feuer. Habe es mir gedacht.
Try to tie down Williamson. So now the question is, how does the CSA want to attack
White dress.
against this force? Yeah, this line here is pretty much the strong points. You got two pretty effective fighting forces with the A and V and SB here holding down this flank, so that is not going to be easy to overcome here. But Williamson is going to try push 52nd, but help for them came up in the form of 2 Corps. And that has stabilized the wound, and they have dealt with that attack without too much difficulty. Now the question is, do they push up and try to retake the hay bales, or do they maintain this defensive position? You have over here Williamson trying to use some cover, trying to use some, well, not cover, trying to use some concealment here. We do have a force moving up here. 39th has tried again to push up and try to poke at this CSA force here. That is a lot of fire that'll be coming in on them, and you can see they've only got one man left. No men left. No men left after that volley by LFL. So a nice, well, no, I lied, 1 man left. Yeah, Long George. Got 56 here. See, they're using a bit of the bush to try to give them somewhere to cover. Now just kind of conceal them a little bit, not really cover them. But they are facing a pretty heavy force here. How well can they see it? See it okay. But he's going to have his men get down. Try to get under the lip of that slope here and force the Union to expose themselves. See, that volley came in. I didn't see any casualties go down.
Nee, ist links okay, da haben wir verbunden gerade.
Bist du das nicht schon, Kanada?
Verstärkung links von uns.
Ja. Gentlemen, hey, what's on target?
Hey.
Rise up. Knie. Feuer! Knee.
Man, I screwed up that angle. I'm sorry, guys. So it's been effective enough that now you force back the SB and A and V to come down the hill a little bit, so some good fire coming from the CSA.
We are like a tiny line now.
Company, ready?
Now 51st is going to try to get a better angle on it.
Cut the grass, you see them
Yeah,
running?
Ericsson, right dress, tank division, go behind.
Load
behind.
Ah! many shots.
Didn't have too many men ready there, so. But, so to answer the earlier question, the CSA has moved up on this left side and is now in a more of a linear defense than they were previously. They are just about taking losses. CSA is well ahead on tickets. 1850 left in the match, so doing a decent defense, but CSA is getting the casualties they need at the rate they need to put themselves in a good position. And they haven't really lost the field at all. So, Hellborg, what are you doing out there? It's a dangerous spot. But, okay, somebody's trying to find an angle here. It is 39. They're still poking. Trying to find an angle on the CSA. We'll see if they can distract these guys a little bit.
Relinquish your flag bearing duties, that will be fine.
It's fine.
What the fucking gonna wait for?
It's
Does anyone have some
just want to ease the suffering.
My suffering is fine at the moment. I've been in worse places, don't you worry.
Is this a challenge?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
I see this as a personal challenge.
guys, I'm gonna go to get a public.
So the 39th has got the Hornet's Nest, and it is Wilkes Booth. It's going to redeploy to chase them off, but they're going to get out of there before they take too much fire.
That line up there.
Yo, taking losses now for the Union. 17 minutes remaining. See that SB line is getting thick again. Here comes the A and V volley. Looks like LFL was able to get out pretty much in time. But on this far right side for the CSA, we got another attack going on. 3rd Alabama's trying to retake it. Knock out the birthday boys. But Edgar and 2 Corps is there to back them up. Can they, 3rd Alabama, overwhelm both of them? They're going to try. So Williamson won the gunfight, and he has knocked out 2 units by himself, although he is now, I wouldn't say combat ineffective, but he's going to get some men back before he can do another attack. But a nice move there. And 3rd Alabama now has time to dig in on these hay bales. The rest of the CSA is kind of holding back a bit. That's, I think, is playing into the Union hands quite a bit, giving them time to reset, giving time to get reinforcements back in, and most importantly, eat up the clock here. But that might be part of the plan. Here comes Colonel Famas. He's going to come in here and try to cap the point. Yeah, we'll have to force the Union back in. The danger is, if the recap is quick enough and without too much of a cost, it'll just benefit the Union. So, looking at the setup, the CSA is not in a horrible position to hold. AGL and GC are going to be pretty key to that, as this is 20th mass force here. There we go, there's the cap. Little pop-up volley there. Oh! Well, AGL was here. I'm gonna have to get the replay on that. I wish I had a better angle on that. That was a hell of an arty shot. Or if that was canister. But with that little attack, the Union's got an advantage. Although they're putting a lot of weight here, controlling this left side here. It looks like Williamson is joined by Fritz, so they are going to try to outflank the Union and roll them up here. Williamson is in the lead here. But the Union is waiting for him on this side. It is Parker and it is Weber. So that charge has been halted. That's going to give this Corporal Leo some time. We also have another angle of fire coming in from 2 Corps, and that will staunch that attack and hold it. Meanwhile, the rest of the Union here is charging in, knocking off LFL. It's the birthday boys. They have taken it. You have Jack Stone here. 22 VA coming in versus 52nd. Trying to hold on to the point here, but I don't think they're enough. Even if they win this fight, you got Venom right behind them. Yep. They didn't even need Venom. You had GC on GC violence. And they have retaken the point. As you can see, they are now back on almost taking losses, but they have refilled their morale state pretty significantly. And that is only 14 minutes now left. The CSA still has an outpost on this right side. Oh, what's going on this hill? 39th is still being a nuisance here. In a good way, because they are distracting AGL here. Keeping them from being able to reconsolidate. There we go, nice shot. So, in effect, besides this outpost here, and this corner, which doesn't have a lot of combat power on it, it is slaughter here with some remnants. Union has retaken the field, although they haven't pushed up though, so they may choose to just wait back a bit and not bother trying to push up and delay the enemy. Got Fritz though with 8th Florida putting some fire down on that 2-core element.
Break loads, left face, half an over. Break loads, left face, half an over. Quick time. Hold right face. Hold right face.
So now, with that time, the Union has stayed back, and that has allowed the CSA to bring up a good number of reinforcements and kind of consolidate their positions on all sides. So the Union has decided, hey, we want to preserve our tickets. We got a strong position here in the center. That is where we're going to stay. Venom's going to pull back a little bit, try to conserve some combat power. And it looks like the Union's going to try to knock out this force here. So Williamson, though, is going to countercharge into the 52nd and the 20th. I don't think he has enough combat power this time to do it. He does not. Now 8th Florida. Then you have Jeff Davis battery over here. They're a little bit isolated. Does the Union try to roll them? They do. And Parker's out front with the Cav. Rich has spawned back in, but is it enough? No. Patterson kills Fritz. Oh, the humanity. And they have retaken this part of the field. And Jeff Davis' battery is going to get out of there. So the Union has reoccupied their left. So again, without too much of a ticket loss either. Both sides are about even. So a nice attack on the Union. Taking it, we're able to, even though the CSA was in a very tight spot, very controlled, they were able to kind of hit each unit one by one. Was able to, in that way, knock them out by detail.
That's a good double line. Very nice, very good. Except you mute fucking off to the right.
And some holes into this line over here. Against poor Jack Stone. He's going to pull back a little bit after that volley from the A and V with the attachments from HD. So the CSA still is not in a horrible position. They've retaken this hill. They still have control of that far left side for themselves. But
sind immer noch hinterm Punkt. Die werden so
Union has time to reset up their defense now in a much a strong linear position.
Ja bih sam normálne Slotrový tak rád proste povedal, jaký nekompetentný.
And Fritz was able to get his flag out, which is going to be pretty key for him to get those respawns. See where the CSA wants to wait their attack now. Yeah, we got the 20th Mass and 20th Georgia and 1st MASS.
Hello.
Oh no.
Ready?
Jack, doubles on me.
They are going to push forward a little bit, try to get a better angle.
Goose, are you the one who has the voice that sounds like he belongs in a jazz record?
No, I'm the guy with the voice that sounds like Jimmy from GTA or Batman from Breaking Bad.
Nah, man, you sound like Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, like older Jimmy.
Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, he sounds kind of like older.
That's a new one. I used to be Badger from Breaking Bad a lot.
Looks like we got 2 attack angles for the CSA.
At least we didn't say Carl Weezer. Although that dude.
Actually.
And the rock's feeling.
Round the rocks.
So while John Wilkes maneuvers that way, we got an attack here by Williamson. Although he's going to run into a waiting line of 2 Corps into Lieutenant Edgar and just mow them down. Kind of a meat grinder on that one. Good discipline by 2 Corps, waiting for good shots, taking them out, and then cleaning up with the bayonet. Hey, you got this guy, got the flag down, but he's knocked out too. Nice hold there by 2 Corps.
Guys right forward. Hold. Come on, move on. Look at this second. Look like.
You can see both sides are trying to use that terrain, trying to use the hill, the undulations, as it were, to their advantage. Minimize their casualties as best they can. Hang out in this kind of field of fire with these units, you're going to get wiped out pretty damn quick. Right now, the Union is playing for time as much as they can. Time is now the enemy of the CSA. Only 6 minutes 20 left in the match. And plenty of morale state left for the Union. The CSA is going to have to do something pretty big now to win. Where is it going to come from? Got a couple options here.
Hey.
Looks like we got 2 wide flanks going on. Again, the skirmishers here with 39th. They're now getting chased off by LFL. He's not going to get sucked in too deep, though. Famas is going to pull his guys back. Pretty strong force here developing on this hill.
We're gonna start pushing towards the point.
We're just that
Ja, ik zie het.
The good thing right now is the CSA is concentrating a lot of its force in one location so they can move out together. Get a couple elements out here by themselves, trying to draw the flanks out. Like here's Slaughter on the far right flank, trying to catch an angle. See good discipline by the Union now, staying together.
Yeah, is that west?
West, reload. Wartet.
Dress here. Right, dress. Double ranks. Kein Single rank. Double ranks.
Sie
Spearing
kommt jetzt
auffüllen.
hier nicht an.
Guckt, wo eine Lücke im Drehrank ist, füllt ihn auf.
Ich weiß. Mir sieht Rühring gut aus.
Daran stell ich wieder rein.
Beschuss und raus.
Weggehen ist.
You got 2 Core Edgar poking at Slaughter and his guys at a distance. And he is now going to head towards the center. And here it comes. Is this the attack? We got somebody moving out. 22 VA is trying to get back to the hay bale. Or at least get to these bushes, I believe. They are joined, though. Alright, this is a full push, so they're not going straight in. They're going to try to catch this angle and go in from this angle here. They are joined. There is another element of this attack here. It is FAMAS, and he's going to draw a lot of fire. So he's going to get hit. He's going to get hard, but he is giving these elements an opportunity to try to roll up one of these flanks here. Here's 3rd Alabama trying to shoot it out. Going toe-to-toe with Parker's 6 New York. You have another maneuver here. So 52nd. We got a Union force on the far right flank here. They might be a little bit out of position, though. 3rd Alabama's pushing through. They're going to try to push all the way through, though, but can they do it by themselves? Union is almost at breaking. Plenty of tickets left in the match, though, for the CSA. 3rd Alabama did not have support going in, and that has allowed the Union to hold. That might be it. We will see, though. Without support, 3rd Alabama did not have enough weight of forces to knock them back. LFL got attrited down to about nothing. Still have a couple elements here on the wings if they can get organized and do the attack. They've only got a minute 35. They do have an element here under Slaughter. I'm sorry, under Wilkes Booth here on this side, but he doesn't have a lot of combat power left either. I think it's going to be up to this element here, the Fritz Slaughter. They've got the only weight of numbers left that can do any big maneuvers. AGL might be able to help a bit.
Double quick march.
Double forward.
Hold.
And the Union is pushing up a bit, trying to make sure that the CSA stays off point. They don't want to take any risk. Although we do have an attack here. 20th George is trying to tie down some elements here with 2 Corps, but they got wiped pretty quick. But now here comes the main charge. Here they come. If they can push off the Union, they can still win. It is AGL on 22nd doing the charge. Do they have help coming in? They do. Here comes the help. But the Union is charging in wisely and has kept them off point, and that will be it. Good job by the Union on defense. That is not an easy map. Yeah, keep in mind with this event, there's no Team Speak or anything, or Steam Chat or anything, so, you know, you have to coordinate through runners. So it's not like, you know, guys across the field can talk. You kind of have to either send messengers or kind of play off of how people are playing. So a bit of an advantage when the defenders play like they did, nice and controlled, short lines of interior lines, as they say, so they can coordinate very easily and bring up support. So, you know, I think the Union did a good job of having an outer defense and then collapsing in, expanding it out a bit and then collapsing in to make sure they had overwhelming firepower no matter where the CSA tried to poke them. So, good defense by the Union for this first map. See what we got for casualties, and then the next map is a contention, I believe. Yep, 970 on the CSA, 931 on the Union. Alright, that's it for this one. Hope to see you all in the next one.